Hello friends, EJ here from Back Porch Antiques in Greenville, Tennessee, and we're going to highlight some of our furniture. We have in the past done several different types of videos, and we love all things vintage and antique, but our store is kind of known for some really good furniture. And I'll show you a little bit of that today. Again, a little bit of a precursor and a little bit of an understanding that I'm no expert when it comes to a lot of things furniture. I know just enough to make me dangerous. So I'll let you kind of be the judge of some of the things that we show you on some of this antique furniture. But I'd like to start with this pretty cool piece. This is a sugar desk, 19th century sugar desk, a pretty cool piece. This is a piece of furniture that would have been used to have stored sugar and or salt in its day. The difference between a sugar desk and a sugar chest, a desk has the drawers that you could have stored other things in. Makes this a really nice, really rare, high valuable piece. One of the things that you look for, how well the drawers are made and you know, things like that. And this one over here exemplifies some really tight dovetails there. Some other sorts of intricate pieces there that are displayed. It's got an original old lock and some really beautiful feet. This is a fine piece of furniture, and it's available here at the Back Porch Antiques. Again, this was a useful piece of furniture for the wealthy elite, really, of the 19th century, 1800s, because not anybody could afford sugar and salt. As a matter of fact, if you're familiar with local Appalachian Mountain history, Civil War history, the Shelton Laurel Massacre was started over the theft of salt. So look that up sometime if you get a chance. But this is a sugar desk, rather, and in a moment I'll show you a sugar chest. So another growing fad, or at least a continuation of a style of lovers of antique furniture, is good old paint. You will see blue pieces, green pieces, red pieces. People love the robin egg blue. People love red. People love green. But this old original paint offers a good look to this late 19th century, early 20th century, I do believe. This would be a food safe. Some people call it a pie safe. I like to reserve the term pie safe for punch tins. But this screen front food safe, heavy pine construction, has a good look to it. Displays well, would display quilts well. The blue willow displays well in there too. This is a beautiful piece, constructed well, available here at the Back Porch. So this is what I believe is best considered a pie safe. Again, it's nomenclature. Some people call this a punch tin food safe or a pie safe. For those of you who aren't knowledgeable or haven't studied yet antique furniture, a pie safe would really have been used for food storage. The punch tins were said to be utilitarian. It would let air and circulation into the food without allowing flies or varmints in. And you could store, if you'll notice, the tins are tacked in there well, and it would have allowed somewhat of a ventilation, but your food would have been stored in here. I have seen pie safes with grease stains in them where hams were hung or hams were stored or things like that. But this, I believe, is like a North Georgia piece. North Carolina, Dan River Valley, it says on the tag. Yellow pine construction. Pine River Valley original surface, which is a big deal. It's a beautiful piece. Good yellow pine, 2 drawers, punch tins, beautiful old 1800s pie safe. And it displays really well. I love this sort of thing, and this is very valuable in the market. People love seeing that 100 years worth of use on the knobs and handles and things like that. So really good piece. So I talked earlier about a sugar desk. This is the sugar chest. If you'll notice, it's got a little different construction, but also there are no drawers inside. There are 3 different compartments. Could have been used for sugar, salt, possibly meal or things like that would have been stored in a home. Again, probably a more affluent home than most. Around the same times, you would have seen things like meal bins and meal chests, but they weren't nearly as nicely constructed as these particular pieces. If you'll notice, and I didn't mention this last time, but there are actually locks on these pieces. And salt and sugar were so valuable that they literally locked it up. A sugar chest has a drawer on the bottom that, you could have stored other things in. Also has a lock, beautiful dovetailed sides, and those sorts of things. But the thing that makes this piece as valuable and intricate as it is are those beautifully turned legs. And, in the time where craftsmen were few and far between, to find something of this splendor, if you will, was a pretty rare occurrence. This particular piece, I think it says here, it is from Williamson County, Tennessee, rather. Of course, I knew it was, Middle Tennessee piece. Cherry primary, secondary is poplar, Marshall or Williamson County, Tennessee. And there was an assumed attribution to who turned those legs, and I can't remember the name. But if it interests you, you can shoot me an email or shoot me a message on our YouTube channel there, and I will do the research and get that back to you. But really good piece that's available here at the Back Porch Antiques, Middle Tennessee, sugar chest. Some people like more primitive furniture. Some people like more high-end, high-country type furniture. This is an example of a more primitive piece. This is a hunt board. Some people call them slabs. Not really a sideboard because of how tall it is. Again, nomenclature just depends on who you're talking to and who thinks that it might be called something else for whatever reason why. But this is a Georgia hunt board. It's an original paint surface, has been scraped back to where it's at. That's a pretty common thing to be done. If it's been painted over several times, the process is scraping that will bring it back to its original color. People love this sort of construction, this sort of look. And this is a beautiful example of a pine hunt board, North Georgia type piece. But again, available here at the Back Porch Antiques. Come see us. So this is a good statement piece that would look beautiful in any home. Beautifully high piece, tall piece rather, would look great in, high vaulted ceilings. This particular piece is a desk, secretary, I guess, technically. It is got the graduated doors, beautiful handles on it. Of course, this falls down into a usable structure. There are pieces underneath that would come support this so that it can be written on. It's got the letter drawers, all the things that slide out, and the little cubbies there that could be used for any kind of stationery or things like that. But this piece has actually been traced to the year model 1810, and it is an early piece, but exquisitely done. And a beautiful piece of really high-end furniture available here at the Back Porch. Another thing that really draws people to furniture is how useful it is. And traditionally, it seems like people will buy things that they can use and that have a utilitarian mindset. People love drawers. If it has something that you can store, we are a society that has lots and lots of things that we can store. We've got junk drawers at my house all over. And this is a watchmaker's cabinet from around 1870. And there's some provenance specifically with it, but it makes it a beautiful piece because it is so usable and it has lots of drawers. And really the old writing on it really helps. It's got a good look to it, that brass plate. So things like this sell really well and are very popular because of their usability. Another thing that really makes furniture valuable is the location of it. There are some really good makers that are historically tied to Northeast Tennessee and Southwestern Virginia. This is a good example of a Greene County or Washington County piece. This is called a Jackson press because of its styling, how tall it is, and the beautiful pane windows are an indicator of the locality of Northeast Tennessee, Southwestern Virginia. This one has been tied to what is believed to be either Greene County or Washington County. Things that make these pieces very valuable are, again, the panes, the structure of itself, the composition of the wood, but especially things like this that are inlaid make it a little bit more fancy, the inlay. And then there's some kind of like plumb bob type Masonic ideas right there, possibly, or maybe just a design. And then, of course, you're pegged, and it ties it to really the first quarter of the 19th century. Very, very beautiful piece, well done, high-end construction. And it's a beautiful door with beautiful dovetails. And it's a good piece. And you only find pieces like this in one spot at the Back Porch Antiques. So come see us, and we'll be glad to show you and even sell you some really good furniture. If you got any questions, give me a shout. And as always, if you get the chance, please like and subscribe to our Facebook channel. See you next time.